Welcome back to Lucore Automotive Services. Today we are working on another S10 race truck, and we're going to get it set up. Hang on a second. Put it on the bed. Alright, so you got a rack conversion. Looks like you got a bump steer kit on it. Is it on coils or is it on?
It's on trick springs.
Trick springs? Okay, cool. Alright. Yeah, let me play with it. You said a street strip setup. More strip. More strip. Alright. Well, give you some time. We'll give you a call here in a little bit.
Yeah, if you need anything.
Thanks, man. He's on drop spindles, regular upper ball joints. He can't do tall ball joints on this because of header clearance. This is a really nice truck. Very nice. Drop leafs, cowl tracks, Viking shocks, rack and pinion conversion, 2-inch drop spindles. We can't do the taller ball joints on this because of header clearance, because he's got the over and through headers. The cowl tracks work really nice with the monoleafs, and the monoleafs get the rear ride height where I like them, without a huge block in between the axle and the leaf pack. He could stand. You know what? He's on the stops, so it is what it is. He's a little rough riding on the street, but that's okay. Yeah, this thing's gonna do just fine. X-braced. Trans cooler, remotely mounted. Very nice truck. Turbo 400. I like it. Let's see what our baseline is. Oh, it's not too bad. Somebody set this up at one point in time or another. It's got a little toe out, a little excessive. Caster's pretty even, camber's pretty even. Back end is squared up pretty good. Somebody made my job easy today. Let's see what we can do to make it better. And let's see what it does on lift. Ooh, she goes out. So it towed out a degree. Let's see what we can do to fix that. And then we'll square everything up and see where we need to go. It goes both ways. Think of how I want to fix that. So initial setup on my Caltrax, I'm setting them to basically 0 lash plus a quarter turn of preload. And I need to pay attention to that because it changes when you preload it. I do have driver's weight in the driver's seat. Turn and a quarter turn. Now I can lock those guys down. And I want to lock them down in a way that my hind ends are in alignment. That way if the bar rotates, it doesn't knock the jam nut loose. Go, get a good range of motion. Good range of motion. Now our Caltrax are set for our base setting. Some test hits will reveal what the car does, and then adjustments to those will be made from its current setting. I'm going to put some paint marks across those so we know our starting point. And as he makes improvements on the track, he will be able to make adjustments to those. Next order of business is his driveline pinion angle. His pinion angle is actually negative. That's not optimal. So he's either going to need to get different shims between his axle and leaf spring. They make different wedges. Or he can raise the back of the transmission. But it needs to go up like 6 degrees because it's actually 3 degrees negative. So the pinion's up 3 degrees. The pinion needs to be dropped down 6 degrees to get 3 degrees positive. So we'll talk to him, see how he wants to do that. He will probably take care of that himself. That's not a horrible thing, but it's better when it's running down under load. It'll reduce the driveline vibrations. Let's make sure our rack is square. Wow. That's what I said.
Wow. Is this under a new frame? This got a new frame under it? Wow.
I guess it was a show truck, and then this guy bought it a year and a half, made it into what it is now.
Made it a much more go truck than show truck. It's still gorgeous.
Those headers do not make my job easy to do shims. Well, that's a little bit better. I'm going to need a little more camber than that. I'm going to recomp to make sure that I've got repeatable results. But I'm still considerably off. That changed a lot. Let's lean it in quite a bit more.
Man, he really can't fit a bigger tire in here, can he?
No, no bigger tires going in there than what's in there.
Damn.
Did a really good job. He needs to change his pinion angle. Other than that, everything's pretty well set up on this one.
Nice third member too.
Yeah, he didn't waste any dull hairs.
No.
It's a work of art for sure. Oh, I might have gone too far now. Oh, I'm in within a tenth. Let's sweep our caster.
Yeah, I saw you did Levon Miller's Ferrari.
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
Oh, very, very cool dude.
You know what's funny about that Ferrari is it had a bunch of parts missing. Like whoever put the exhaust on that thing, like messed a bunch of stuff up on it. Because I was like,
Really?
why is the part? Well, there's fasteners missing. One pulled out of the body panel, and I'm like, I told him, I'm like, there's a few fasteners missing under there. They were not there when it got to me. Like, I don't want you to get under there and say, oh, that freaking hack left a bunch of parts off my car. Like, no.
It's we're there.
I spent a lot of extra time making sure that I didn't do that. That was a cool car. I wish it wasn't raining. I would have had a little more spirited of a test drive with it. But can only have so much, I guess.
Life problems. Right.
Life problems, right?
More spirited.
So it tows in about 2 degrees on full lift, so that's not bad. So we've got 5-6 inches of rise. Our caster and camber stay even through the sweep. My cowl tracks are set at 0 lash plus a half turn for preload. You talk to them about pinion angle. We're good. I think we're going to let that roll. Try one more thing. So I've got the bump steer adjusted as far as I can take it. It's towing out like 1.5 degrees and then it tows in. And so for that transition on lift right at the starting line, I'm not worried about the tow out. Ideally we want the tow to stay the same all the way through the range, but with this setup with the standard upper ball joints, I don't think that's going to be possible. We can't go to a taller upper ball joint on this truck due to header clearance issues. So this is as good as it's going to get. I've got 5.5 degrees caster. I'm at -2 static, and then they're even all the way through the range, so I'm happy with that. I have the rack centered to the car. The steering wheel, the spline shaft will have to be removed to square up the steering wheel, but I will let him do that. With that, I'm going to lock everything down. I think this thing's ready to roll. I think he'll be real happy with it. Have fun. Well, that wraps up one more LS powered S10. That one's a really, really prime example of what you can do. I think he said 610 on motor and 813 on 200 spray. So pretty respectable numbers. He's looking to run that for the year, and then he's thinking about some turbos going on that thing. High compression of turbos. Could be an interesting build for sure. He did everything on that car himself other than the wiring, which he got from, oh, what's the name of the place? They're right here. Haywire. Haywire did the wiring on that truck. They're around the corner here. In fact, I think Austin's getting a wiring harness from them for his charger, or for Charger Chick's charger. So, that'll be pretty cool to see. My man got out of here just in time to beat the rain. This weather is crazy. Well, at any rate, you guys stay safe out there. Click like, subscribe, leave us a comment below. Thanks for coming along for the ride on some of the stuff we do here in the shop. We're a little shop in Plain City, Ohio, trying to do some cool stuff and keep everybody moving forward. Have a good one. We'll see you on the next one.